Hi everyone and welcome to another Journey of Life video. Today we are going to look at how we generate power, which is required to operate several advanced workstations in this game. Also, in order to connect these power generators with workstations, we're gonna need some connectors and we'll touch base on that as well. First off, the two main sources for generating power are wind and water. So in other words, your options are either to build a windmill or a water wheel. So here we're in front of a windmill. This is how it looks in game. If we go over to our workbench here, I'll show you guys as well the recipe for this. It's under stations. Just scroll down to the windmill, and as you can see here, it requires bamboo, fiber rope and some leaves, so it's quite easy to craft. If we look closer at the windmill, you'll see some numbers. RPM in essence means rotational speed, while NM is Newton meter and represents the power. These numbers are important for some of the stations, though currently only the powered crusher really needs a bigger adjustment. Heading over to a second platform here, we have already prepared another windmill, and as you can see here, using different connectors, there's actually 4 directions, so you can power 4 different workstations at the same time. Now, in our experience from playing the game, I would say that we often ended up having different workstations at different places around our area, so we needed multiple windmills, basically 1 per station. For the second power generator, the watermill, we have prepared a different area. The reason for that is at our previous location we only had the sea, and the watermill does not work in the ocean. It requires running water. Again, let's have a quick look at our workbench. Browse down, see if we can find it. Here we go. This is actually the right windmill look, but the requirements currently showing in this build is linked to an old version of the water wheel and not the one we're currently building. So let's go ahead and place one of these, see if we can find a location just to quickly get that up. Okay, so as you will see now, it requires planks and some iron flat bars. So we go ahead and build this up. First phase is done there, and in the second one we'll need another 5 2-meter planks. So the total is 10 2-meter planks and 2 iron flat bars. So yeah, I think this looks quite cool. So let's go and find a place to place this. The waterway here in the river area is very shallow, so once we place it, it should rotate. So let's try to replace that again. Nope. Let's try again. No. Okay, there we go. So similar like the windmill, you'll see the power and speed. And now it's all about connectors, because we're gonna have to get the power to land so that we can try to connect it to one of our workstations. I'll show you a little bit more about these connectors shortly, but in essence now we're using just vertical and horizontal connectors that just brings the power further in. It does not make it stronger or weaker or anything like that. Okay, let's find one more. This should work. So sometimes when we place the water wheel here, it's very easy for it to be standing not on a flat ground. If you're a little bit bad luck, and we had a lot of bad luck trying to set this up the first time, you'll actually get connectors that won't actually connect. And as you can see a little bit now on the powered crusher here in the end as well, it actually is a little bit in the ground. Maybe this is something that will be improved in the future, but it can definitely cause some challenges for building this kind of power source instead of a windmill. Let me actually try here to place it and see if we can get this issue. Nope, that worked. Let us try again. Yeah, here you can actually see it. So here if we're just trying to put the horizontal connectors down, we actually don't get a connection with the water wheel at all. And there's no way to adjust that. And yeah, same if you do it like this. So in other words, based on placement, this can become a little bit tricky. You need to make sure it's relatively flat and maybe get a little bit lucky to get all the power brought to shore in essence. Looking at all the connectors, these are plain connectors, so they just basically transfer one to one. If we would go and find this larger vertical connector and place this on the end here, you'll see that the rotational speed goes down, but the power goes up. And similarly, if we now would connect a smaller one, let's take this smallest vertical connector, you can see that the opposite is happening. So depending on the workstation and any particular requirement for the said workstation, you might have to put different vertical connectors on to make sure it has enough power or has enough speed. That said, as far as we notice currently in this build, there is only one tool that actually has a more challenge with that, and that's the powered crusher. Both the other workstations work perfectly, more or less, with one-to-one transfer of both power and speed. In the beginning, this definitely was confusing to us, so hopefully with this little video things have become a little bit clearer how this works. As for us, we built our first one in an ocean, and clearly we could not get any speed nor power going because it's not supposed to be on an ocean. There should be more rivers on the island, but this is actually the only one we have come across so far. But we have seen videos in the past of smaller rivers, so presumably they are around as well somewhere. If this video helped you out in any way, do give it a like and don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button for more great videos in the future. We really do appreciate your support. Thank you.